Vážení, milí a drazí, vítejte u nového videa, protože dneska mi fuck upuje internet. A já chci co nejdřív dokončit Fate Stay Night Remastered. Tak, proto vás vítám u prvního videa z Fate Stay Night. Wow! Testuju, jaký to bude. Doufám, že to nebude 100 giga jako minule, když jsem natáčel video. To byly časy při Elden Ring Seamless Scoopu. Dělal jsem menší matiku a mělo by to být v pohodě. Jak jsem si pohrál s nastavením a nemělo by mi to zabrat většinu místa na počítači. Každopádně. Jdeme to zapnout. Jdeme hrát takový 2 až 3 hodinky. Bych to tak viděl. Game capture. Ale teď to nemůžu kontrolovat, to je na hovno. Page Day Night. Takže. Budeme pokračovat tam, kde jsme minule přestali. Což je nový den. OK. Mělo by to jet. Jestli se to nějak posede, tak někoho zabiju. Běž pryč. I'm dreaming. It must be because my blood is feverish and my entire body is throbbing. Something I'd rather not have to remember plays out in my dream. This is my oldest memory. It's also a memory I can't escape. It's a scene from 10 years ago, and one I usually try not to think back on. I can't ever erase it from my memory though. It's not that I forgot. It's not even that I want to forget. It's just that it's already happened. So it's not especially painful, and I don't really feel all that angry about it either. The past is the past. I can't return to it. I can't redo it. All that happened is that I escaped and lived on. Looking forward is all I can do. Nobody told me to do that, but I've thought about that, even if just vaguely, since I was a kid. I can't forget or deny the past. The only way to keep the memory of what we lost alive is to acknowledge it. It's hot. I wake up to find my body is still burning up. I must have wound up falling asleep out in the cool air last night. Inside this dimly lit shed with me and... Saber?!
目が覚めましたか、シロ。部屋を抜け出すのは構いませんが、ここで眠るのはだらしがないのではありませんか。
You have awoken, Shiro. I do not mind you sneaking away from your room, but I do not approve of you sleeping in a place like this. Oh, morning. Well, I was burning up last night, and then when I went outside, I got sleepy.
見ればわかります。説明はいいですから、次からは気をつけてください。マスターにこのような場所で休息を取られては、私の立場がありませんから。
I can see that. You do not have to explain yourself, but please do be careful next time. My master sleeping in such a place puts me in an awkward position. Sorry. I'll try to sleep in my own room next time.
分かっていただければ助かります。
That would be very helpful. Yes.
ところでシロ、先ほどからタイガが呼んでいるのですが。
By the way, Shiro, Taiga has been calling for you for a while now. Ujine? What's she want?
朝食の問題ではないでしょうか。朝食の時間はとうに過ぎていますから。
It may be about breakfast. It is long past breakfast time. Eh? What? It's already past 7? Crap, I overslept!
そうですね。シローが最後に起きるのは珍しい。よほど昨夜のリンとの鍛錬が答えたのでしょう。
Yes, it is quite unusual for you to be the last to wake up. Your training with Rin last night must have affected you rather a lot. Saber provides a calm analysis of the situation, but I don't have time for idle chit-chat. I know you went out of your way to wake me up, but go on back ahead of me. I'll hurry up and get changed, then head to the kitchen.
はい。それでは、できる限り大河をなだめているとしましょう。
Very well. I will do that. I will do what I can to calm Taiga down. Saber turns and heads back to the house. Calm Fujine. Saber sure has adapted well to our morning routine. I dash to the kitchen. I ignore Fujine's jeers and prepare breakfast as quickly as I can. Sorry to keep you waiting, there's not much time before school starts, so hurry up and eat. I plop breakfast onto the table. No. What? Suddenly. What the hell is this? Fujine explodes, practically spitting fire. What is this? It's just toast. Shiro, why is this all there is for breakfast today? Hey, I overslept. I don't have time to make anything else. And a breakfast with toast is typically just that. It's just missing salad and eggs, so there's not a huge difference. There's a big difference. Everyone else agrees, right? Fujine tries to appeal to Saber and Tosaka, who both eat in silence. This isn't going to go in her favor. Neither of them is as gluttonous as Fujine. She's barking up at the wrong tree.
そうね。藤村先生じゃないけど、こんな手抜きは容認できないかな。パン食を舐めてるとしか思えないわ。
She may be right. I'm not Miss Fujimura, but I don't know if I can tolerate such laziness. I can only assume you're insulting bread as a breakfast choice. Hey, wait a minute. I thought she didn't eat breakfast to begin with. Now why is she sighing all disappointed? That's way out of character. See? Everyone thinks you're in the wrong. Majority rules here. So, you'd best think on what you've done, and then make a proper breakfast for us. That's so unfair! Besides, if I start making a dish now, you're going to be late, Fujine. It's already 7:30, so you need to do the whole running out of the house with a piece of toast hanging from your mouth thing. Give it up! Fine. If I have to choose between being late or being hungry, I choose breakfast. That's nuts! What kind of teacher even are you? Just eat your toast and go to school. I absolutely refuse to make anything else, even if it kills me. Jeez, you really do get worked up over nothing. Keep talking like an old man and you'll become one real quick. You don't need to remind me. Thanks to you, I'm practically an old man already. I huff and take a bite of toast. Okay, she might be right. There is something kind of sad about there being so many people here and then only having toast for breakfast. The sounds of clashing shinai echo through the dojo. Each bout goes essentially the same as they had the days before. Saber casually sweeps my desperate strikes aside and counterattacks far more effectively. I badly manage to block and continually strike back, only for Saber to riposte, and I lose. Every time. I stop, breathing heavily, shoulders heaving. Wiping sweat from my brow, I walk to get my breathing under control.
何を休んでいるのですか？昨日までのシロならそこで諦めるようなことはなかったはずです。 さあ、早く打ち込んできてください。
Why are you resting? You would not have given up so quickly yesterday. Come, attack me. Quickly. Hold on. I need to catch my breath. A little break, please.
何をらしくないことを。白が来ないというのでしたら、私から攻め込むだけですが、それでも構わないのですね。
This is so unlike you. If you will not attack, then I will come at you. You do not mind, do you? Saber stares down at her poor student. My body just won't listen, no matter how she looks at me.
はあ、一体どうしたのです、白。今朝のあなたは今までとは別人のようです。
What has gotten into you, Shiro? You are like a different person than you were these past days.
まっすぐに打ち込んでくる太刀だけは目を見張るものがあったというのに、今朝の白には力強さを感じません。
The way you struck at me so fiercely and determinedly amazed me, but today I feel nothing of that strength. I know that, I really do. I just can't do almost anything today. My situation has drastically changed since yesterday.
体の熱がまだ取れないのですか？ですが、そんな理由で体のキレが落ちるようでは話になりません。
Is your
少
body
し頭を冷やして気持ちを入れ替えてください。
Is your body still burning? There is no excuse for your movements becoming sluggish. You must cool your head and refresh your mindset. Well, before I do that, can you do something about that first? I point toward our audience, standing by the wall.
何？私に構わなくていいから訓練を続けていいわよ。
What? Don't mind me. Just continue your training. Dosaka doesn't get it. I can't concentrate on fighting Saber with her staring at me like that.
リンが気になるのですか？それこそ修行不足ですね。
Is Rin a distraction? There's only further proof of your need of training.
いいでしょう。それでしたら、見学者のことなど気にならないようにして差し上げます。
Very well then. I shall make it so that you need not worry about observers. Whoa, hold up, Saber. I still haven't caught my breath.
問題はありません。そのようなものは戦いの最中に整えるものです。
There will not be an issue. Breathing is something you will simply adjust to during battle. Saber suddenly vanishes. The moment I realize I'm in danger and raise my shinai to guard my face, Saber strikes me right on the head. It was a rough morning. After getting knocked out, I stopped worrying about Tosaka watching. My focus went entirely to blocking Saber's attacks, and the next thing I knew, it was lunchtime.
けどあれよね。セイバーって本当に冷静よね。
Seriously, you are so composed.
3時間も素人試合してて、眉一つ動かさないんだから。普段も無口だけど、戦闘時はさらに磨きがかかるっていうか、何？もう無機質みたいな感じ？
3 hours of fighting Shiro, and you aren't the least bit ruffled. You're usually pretty quiet, but you're much more so in battle. You're almost robotic. I'm not sure if it's because she enjoyed seeing me getting knocked around, but Tosaka's in a good mood. The two are resting in the living room. As for me, I'm preparing lunch by myself as punishment for my lax approach to training this morning. Unbelievable. I want to just make something easy, like cold soba noodles.
無機質ですか。そうですね。そう意識したことはありませんが、剣を握っているときは感情を止めているのかもしれません。それは試合といえども変わりはないのでしょう。
Robotic, you say? You may be correct. It is not something I have ever been conscious of. But perhaps I shut off my emotions while I wield a blade. My approach should not change, whether in true battle or simple practice.
何？それって女の身で剣を持つための心構えってやつ？体格で劣っているから心だけは負けないようにって。
Oh, what is that a mindset you employ as a woman wielding a sword? Are you trying to use your mental state to compensate for your inferior physique?
それは違います、リン。冷静であるのは戦う時の心構えですが、それは男も女も変わりのないことでしょう。
No, Rin. Maintaining one's composure is a key part of battle. It matters not whether you are a man or a woman.
リンとて戦闘時には情を捨てるはずです。あなたはそれができる人ですから。
I believe you also shut off your emotions in battle, Rin. I know you are the type who can do so.
言ってくれるじゃない。まあ、そりゃあ事実だけどさ。
You don't have to just blurt it out, you know. Well, it's true, but...
けど、セイバーのは私とは違うわよ、絶対。私は捨ててるのは甘さだけだもの。あなたほど達観はできないわ。
But you and I are different. What I try to shut off is my tendency to be too soft. I don't see things in such logical, abstract terms as you do.
そのようですね。だからあなたは華やかなのでしょう。
It appears that way, which is why you are so showy and splendid.
戦いの中でも女性のしなやかさを保っていられる。
You are able to maintain your feminine grace even in battle.
何よ、嫌味？華やかさで言ったらあなたにはかなわないわ。シロがあっちにいるから白状するけどね。私、初めてあなたを見た瞬間にすっごい美人だなって。
Same. Are you being sarcastic? I can't come near you in terms of grace. I don't mind admitting it since Shiro is out of earshot, but I was amazed by how beautiful you are the first moment I saw you. I can hear you, Tosaka.
それはリンの思い違いでしょう。好みが華やかに見えたのなら、それは私ではなく、セイバーというクラスが華やかなだけではないでしょうか。
You mistake me then. If you see grace in me, then you are simply seeing the elegance associated with the saber class, rather than my physical appearance.
そんなんじゃないってば。純粋にね、同じ女として負けたって思ったんだもの。そうでもなければ、あそこまでショックは受けなかったわよ。
That's not true. I really thought that as a woman, I couldn't even begin to compete with you. I wouldn't have been so shocked otherwise.
ですから、それが間違いです。私は一度も自身を女性だと思ったことはないし、一度も女性として扱われたことはありません。
And that is where you are mistaken. I have never thought of myself as a woman, and I have never been treated as one.
その私が華やかであるはずがない。
I therefore cannot be so elegant as you seem to believe. Saber's words bring the conversation to an end. As I listen in, kitchen knife in hand, I find myself getting irritated by what Saber's saying. I've always wondered, what does she think she is? I chop the chicken a bit harder than I need to. For some reason, I'm annoyed.
私は自分を女性だと思ったことはありません。
I have never thought of myself as a woman. Huh. Not that it has anything to do with me. I slam my knife down onto the cutting board as if it were a hammer. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me feel any better. It doesn't help me feel any better. It doesn't help me. Yeah.
今日の課題はそれね。
So this is today's task.
昨日より数は増やしたし、そっちの体も落ち着いてるみたいだから、今度こそ成功するでしょ。
I brought more than yesterday, and it seems like your bodies. Ty mystiky tady už začínají starat. I brought more than yesterday, and it seems like your bodies calmed down, so you'll probably get it right this time. I have no idea how she carried them here, but Tosaka reveals about 40 lamps.
私はちょっと外に出てるわ。しばらく経ったら戻ってくるから、それまでに終わらせておきなさい。
I'm going to step outside for a bit. I'll be back in a little while, so I expect you to be done by the time I'm back. Tosaka leaves her room. Alright. It's only been a night, but I hope I can succeed at least a couple of times. Ani jednou. Whew. I think I got half done. I took an hour to work on strengthening about 20 lamps. Half of them shattered and nothing at all happened to the other half. Of those that didn't change, maybe 5 looked like they had been infused with magical energy. Now for the remaining 20. Hold on. Wouldn't 5 be enough for a test? All the lamps look to be antiques. I would feel bad about breaking more of them. Yeah. Fuh. Špatný button. Jasně, to nedává žádný bondy. Asi zavolám Tosaku. I should call Tosaka back. I shouldn't break any more lamps. Actually, I really shouldn't be talking big after breaking over 40 lamps. Hey, Tosaka. I call out to her, but there's no answer. That's weird. Did she step out of the house? Where else might Tosaka go? Což je bude koupat, už to vidím. There's someone in the shed. It sounds like Tosaka and Saber are talking inside. Hey, Tosaka! The instant I lift a hand to call out to her, a chill runs up my spine. I think it's because I can feel Tosaka's magical energy seeping from the shed. It pulses with enmity. What a... I immediately stop calling for her. Even from here, I can tell Tosaka is agitated. But I can hear the two of them talking. Before I know it, I'm eavesdropping. What's up with him? Tosaka sounds both angry and nervous. Saber stands silently behind her. I don't believe it. Saber, did you know about this? No. No, I did not. I'm a knight, not a mage. I only felt something was amiss. I do not understand the situation as well as you, Lin. I see. Then let me tell you, he is no mage. What do you mean by that? I mean what I said. Magecraft is ultimately equivalent exchange, no matter what kind of mystics you're talking about. All it does is take something from somewhere else and put it to use. But this... fuck off. But this is different. He is creating something from nothing. He's taking something that shouldn't exist and giving it shape. This is a concept encroaching on reality itself. His magecraft is nothing but a degraded version of it. I have no idea what Tosaka is saying, but I definitely shouldn't be listening in on the two of them. I walk away from the shed. I'll be lying to Tosaka, but I should go back to her room and pretend I was waiting for her to come back. Okay. Teď to se myslím, že stalo v anime. It's 2 o'clock. There's no sign of Tosaka returning, so I just focus on finishing my assignment. Oh, the phone's ringing. The ringing just reaches my ears from elsewhere in the house. It's in the living room. Tosaka can... No, she won't dare to pick up a phone in someone else's house. I doubt it's an important phone call, but I shouldn't ignore it. I stand up and head to the living room to answer the phone. There's nobody in the living room. Saber and Tosaka must be in the courtyard. Hello. Any residents? Oh no. Hey there, Emiya. I hear you're not at school again today. Are you sick or something? All of a sudden, Shinji's voice sounds from the other end of the line, heavy with badly restrained laughter. Is that you, Shinji? What do you want? I don't think we have anything to talk about. Why the cold reception? I thought I would call you to tell you something. Tell me something. Yeah, there's something I wanted to tell you, but you haven't been to school. I don't want to drag this out, so I called. Couldn't wait any longer. Is Tosaka around? Shinji sounds kind of odd. He seems weirdly excited. I can hear other students in the background, so he must still be at school. It's a little past 2. 5th period should be over. So I think it's break time right now. Hey, are you listening, Emiya? Is Tosaka there or not? Not right now. She just stepped away. No ne. Že je tohle moment, kdy bude aktivovat Bloodford a Andromedu. Okay, great. I only wanted to talk to you. I'm going to tell you something real good. So why don't you come to school right now? But come without telling Tosaka, obviously. I don't know how to respond to that. Shinji's acting weird and we are already talking. I don't see any reason to go all the way to school, and if I take off without telling Tosaka, it would feel like a betrayal. Sorry, but I can't go to school. If you have something for me, I'll have to wait until next week. I'll go back to school after the weekend. Huh? Who put you in charge? And it'll be too late. I just said I can't wait any longer. Shinji's yelling now. He must be really excited because I can hear his heavy breathing over the phone. So you're finally using your head. Yeah, you're right. There's no way you would come on your own at this point. This whole conversation's pretty suspicious, so of course you would think it was bad news. His tone shifts entirely and he even starts laughing. Hold on a minute. Calm down, you're acting real strange, Shinji. I don't know what happened, but... Huh? Don't lie, Emiya. Knowing Tosaka, I bet she told you everything. You don't need to hide it from me. Yeah, you're Saber's master, after all. That means you're much, much more of a murderer than I am. Shinji seems to be enjoying himself. I've known him for about 5 years now, but I've never seen him so wound up. Shinji, are you... Just come to school, okay? And hurry, Emiya. You should be able to make it by 6th period. It's Fujimura's class anyway, so you won't get in trouble for being a bit late. Well, even Fujina would get mad if we were late for her class, and I might might get even more of an earful if I only showed up for 6 periods rather than just missing the whole day. That's your own fault. Oh, and if you tell Tosaka, then I'm ending our friendship for real. I turned a blind eye to the whole Sakura thing, but you can at least fulfill your obligations as a friend in the end, right? Our conversation ends there. All I hear is the buzzing electronic tone from the receiver. What's with him? But what should I do? Tosaka should be in the house, but I don't see her anywhere. And if I go to school, I can't bring Saber. But then, if I don't do what Shinji asks, I'm worried what he might do. He's probably agitated because of that merciless rejection Tosaka gave him yesterday. If I ignore him, he might get violent with Sakura again. Well, it's still bright out, so it shouldn't be an issue. I should hurry. Now that I've made a decision. If I hurry, I should be able to make it by 6th period. There's nobody at the school gate. From the outside, it looks like the school is deserted, since class is in session. Maybe there's no physical education class either, since there's nobody in the courtyard either. Well, that's going to change in a few minutes. When 6th period's over, school's out. The campus and exits will be overflowing with people on their way out. I head up to the 3rd floor. There's nobody in the hallway either. Everyone must be in their classroom, so I feel a little awkward walking into Class C. Well, it's not like I'm going to be completely conspicuous, so I should hurry to the classroom. Class C is down the hall. Right now, I'm in front of Class H, which is closest to the stairs. So there are 5 classrooms between me and my final destination. Eh? A wave of dizziness slams into me. My entire body is also overcome with nausea. Já jsem to říkal, on aktivoval Blood for Andromedu, ten kokot. My stomach churns. My senses are going completely haywire. Red floods my vision, as if blood were seeping into my eyes. The temperature around me hasn't changed, but my body is suddenly unbearably hot. What the hell is this? I stumble. Strength leaves my body. I feel like I'm withering, and I can't do anything to stop it. In the same way you can't stop sand from falling in an hourglass. I'm suffocating. My throat burns. Was all the air sucked from this hallway? From the entire school? I sway and, by accident, stagger toward the window. Desperate for air, I jerk it open. Yup, blood for Andromeda. Oh? I freeze. This is so unbelievable, I can't even find the wherewithal to get confused. Outside the window, the entire campus is a field of endless red. It looks like the school was carved out of the world and plunged into a sea of red. The school building looks like an altar, draped in a red canopy. And then finally, I realize what's happening. I move away from the window. I muster up what sense I have left and force my feet to move, heading into the classroom closest to me. Inside, not a single student is seated in any of the chairs. They're all lying on the floor. Even the teacher is on the floor behind the podium. They're still breathing. Everyone is convulsing, as if pleading for help. Nobody is dead yet. The students don't have the strength to get up. They're just waiting to rot away. Seeing their miserable state on the floor, brings to mind the burning ruins from that day. The nausea intensifies, but I can still get a handle on the situation. I take a look at the students on the floor. It's difficult, but we can breathe. They're not dead. If I hurry and get help, there may be a chance to save them. But the moment I check the face of a student nearby, something clicks inside my head. Their skin. It's hard as wax. Not everyone is like this. It varies from person to person, but the most severely weakened students' blood seems to have coagulated around their joints. Oily and glistening. Stiff, motionless arms. Fixed. Staring eyes, just like wax figurines. I know this. I recognize this scene. Stop. This is just a hellscape. I know this sight well. I said stop. All that's sustaining me now is anger that has completely eclipsed any fear. Gah! My left arm tingles. The command spell on the back of my hand is warning me that an enemy is nearby. Ah! I run, though my breathing is heavy and labored. I've long since lost my mind. Yo, Emiya. Glad to see you're doing better than I expected. So, what do you think of this? At the end of the hallway, Shinji Mato is standing in front of Class C. My arm throbs. My command spells are screaming at me, telling me the boy just ahead caused all of this. So this is all of your doing, Shinji. I can't breathe properly, but I glare at Shinji, who is keeping his distance. He must really like what he's seeing, because the next thing I know, Shinji throws his arms wide and starts cackling in the blood-red hallway. Of course it is. I knew as soon as you arrived, so I triggered the bounded field. It wasn't easy to time just right, you know. If I did it too early, you would run away, and if I did it too late, we would have had to face each other. I wanted to see the look on your face myself, so I didn't want to make it too simple. So you're lying about having something to discuss. Discuss? Actually, we're just about to start that part. I need to show Tasuga how much better I am than you, and I should apologize for lying to you as well. See, I didn't tell you that I was the one who put the bounded field up over the school. Shinji laughs like it's the funniest thing ever. Death. I guess I've learned never to trust him. Hey, you don't look as surprised as I would have thought. So when I told you the bounded field wasn't mine, you didn't believe me. Oh, this is doing good. So sometimes even you don't trust people. Shinji's merry laughter bores into my skull like a drill. I have to point out, I'm plenty surprised. I had just been bracing myself to learn who set up this bounded field, Shinji or the other master. That was all. But so much for my optimism. I should have settled things with Shinji the moment I learned he was a master. This is all my fault. Shinji, Why did you do this? Were you lying about having no intention of fighting too?
いや、それは本当なんじゃない？僕だってこんなものを発動させる気はなかったんだ。これはあくまで交渉材料だったんだよ。
Well, I think that was the truth. I had no intention of activating this. It was really just a negotiation tool.
爆弾を仕掛けておけば、遠さからっておいそれと僕を襲わなくなるし、万が一の切り札にもなるからね。
If I set a bomb, Tosaka would think twice about attacking me, and I would have an ace up my sleeve in case something happened. I see, but Tosaka said it would take a few more days to activate the bounded field. Does that mean she miscalculated?
遠さからしい意見だ。けどさ、結界は完成していないだけで、形はとっくにできているんだぜ。単純に発動させる分には支障はないんだ。
She would say that, but you know, the bounded field may not be complete, but it's already formed. Activating it is no problem.
ま、おかげで効果は薄いけどね。この分じゃ一人殺すのに、あと数分はかかるんじゃないかな。
Okay, I admit that does make it less effective. At this point, it might take a few more minutes to kill anyone. Stop it. The nausea is long since gone. That one thing is all I can think to say to Shinji right now.
止めろ？何をだい？まさかこの結界を止めろだなんて言ってるんじゃないだろうな。一度起こしたものを止めるなんて、そんなもったいないことできないな、僕は。
Stop it. Stop what? You're not telling me to stop this bounded field, are you? I can't waste a perfectly good bounded field by stopping it after it's already been activated. I said, stop it. Do you have any idea what you've done?
イラつくな。お前、何僕に命令してるわけ？
You're pissing me off. You think you can order me around?
大体さ、これは僕の力じゃないか。止めるかどうかを決められるのは僕だけだし、止めて欲しかったら土下座くらいするのが筋ってもんじゃないの？まったく、藤村といいお前といい、自分の立場が分かってないな。
Besides, this is my power. I'm the one who decides whether or not to stop it. And if you really want me to stop it, the least you can do is to get on your knees and beg. Honestly, you and Fujimura both need to learn your place. Hey, what about Fujine?
え？ああ、藤村ね。この結界ができてからさ、あいつ結構動けたんだよ。他の連中がバタバタ倒れてるっていうのに、一人でヨロヨロしてるんだぜ。
Oh, Fujimura. She managed to swim around even after the bounded field activated. Everyone was dropping like flies, but there she was, still wobbling around.
倒れずにいた僕のところまでやってきて、救急車を呼んでとか言ってきたんだ。すごいよね。教育者の鏡ってやつ。
So she hobbled over to me since I was still standing, and had the nerve to tell me to call an ambulance. Unbelievable, right? Playing the mortal teacher and all that.
けど、そんなもの呼ぶわけにはいかないし、呼ぶ気もないじゃない？藤村のやつ、それでもしがみついてくるもんだからうざくなってさ、蹴り飛ばしてやったらピクリとも動かねえでやんの。
Of course I'm not gonna do something like that. Don't want to, but Fujimura kept clinging to me, which really pissed me off. But when I kicked her, she stopped moving.
あの分じゃ真っ先に死んだんじゃねえの？あいつ。
She'll probably die first. I feel a switch flipping inside me. Tosaka said something about pressing a switch in my head, but it's nothing like that. There's this echoing clang in my head. A firing hammer strikes inside my head, and the inside of my body suddenly switches over. This is your last warning. Stop the bounded field, Shinji.
わからないやつだね。お前に頼まれれば頼まれるほど止めたくなんてなくなる。そんなに気に食わないんなら力ずくでやってみろよ、エミヤ。
You really don't get it, do you? The more you try ordering me around, the less I want to listen. If you don't like what I'm doing, then you'd better try to stop me yourself, Emiya. Got it. That's really simple. All I have to do, I need to stop him so I can stop the bounded field. Something surges inside me. Fiery heat blooms through my body. There's no more than 20 meters between me and Shinji. It should only take an instant. My body is surging with vitality, so much more than when I activate my magic circuits. Ha! You really are an idiot! A shadow wavers. The dark shape waiting in the corner of the hallway begins to take shape and move. A hard, sharp edge made of darkness itself. It's like a guillotine, ready to cleave anything that approaches Shinji in two. I don't know what kind of magecraft it is. 3 shadows emerge. If that's all that is, Okay, hádám, že jedno mě zabije. Takže. I don't need to stop. No, I can't stop. Not now. No matter how strong it may be. If it doesn't hit me, it won't matter. The 3 blades come at me like a blast of wind. You're the idiot, Shinji! This attack is nothing compared to Saber's. Gah. I pass through the gaps between the 3 overlapping shadows. I don't feel any danger from the shadows. There's no problem then. Saber taught me that I shouldn't hesitate as long as I don't sense that the attack will be fatal. Shinji! I close in on him. He has no shadows protecting him. Just a few more steps, maybe 3 more meters, and I can... Stop! Don't come near me! Shinji turns and runs. The moment I reach out to grab his back. I feel a chill run through my entire body, and I quickly jerk my arm back. Something cuts through the air. A black blade slices through the space I had been occupying just an instant before. Takže tady to mě nezabije? Tady to je, co se stalo v anime. Ok, počkej, tak dáme save. Dám load. I can't block them. Well, I can at least manage to avoid them, but I'm not sure I can dodge them and attack Shinji. The 3 sharp blades approach. I stop in my tracks and concentrate on evading, keeping an eye on Shinji. I take a step to the left to dodge the blade that rushes towards my stomach. I twist my upper body to avoid the second blade coming towards my chest from the left after I avoid the first blade, and then I rush forward to pass the third blade flying at my unprotected forehead. Not a problem. I can see where they're going. Compared to Saber's attacks, this is like a game of dodgeball. You conceited fool! 3 more shadows rush toward me. I don't even need to see where these are going. The first attack showed me how far and fast these can go, so I have no trouble avoiding this attack. I pass through the gaps between the 3 overlapping shadows. They're no threat. Čili, já jsem se ani nekoukal na flowchart. No, to vede k... Oh. Saber taught me that I shouldn't hesitate as long as I don't sense that the attack will be fatal. Shinji! Ah. I stop. I don't know where she came from, but standing in front of me now. I see the woman dressed in ominous black, so dark even the most venomous shade of crimson seems pale in comparison. Ah, my mind goes blank with fear. I'm going to die. I don't want to think about it, but the image of my own brutal death fills my head. I sense it. I sense only death. The shadows earlier were nothing like this. Good, Rider. Don't hold back. You can do whatever you want with him. Rider's form blurs. I need to... Jasný, tady zemřu. Dajte tam možnost. Takže I'll defeat it before I get defeated. I have no chance of winning against the servant. If I fight, I'm dead. The only thing I can do is beat Shinji to force Rider to retreat. Ha! I kick off the hallway floor, refusing to let Rider intimidate me. 6 more meters to Shinji. If I can just slip by Rider, I can get to Shinji. The servant in black blocks my way. I focus my concentration and brace to meet her every strike. I aim to the left. Her left fist twitches the slightest bit, letting me avoid the first blow. I try slipping through the opening between Rider and the wall so I can charge at Shinji. Rider vanishes. My plan goes up in smoke. The path is wide open before me, and Rider is nowhere to be seen. This is bad. I have to stop. I screwed up. Saber kept warning me about this, but I just didn't get it. It shouldn't go forward. I shouldn't confront the Rider. Even if it's just a single blow, I shouldn't have even thought of dodging it. I feel something behind me. Rider hangs from the ceiling behind me. She slices through the back of my neck in a smooth crescent arc. Air hisses from my neck. Rider's skills are truly beautiful. The move was so graceful, like caressing a daffodil. A touch from her fingers, so delicate it would not make a single ripple in still water, plucks my life from me. Too easy. He's like a bug on display, the way you skewered him from the behind. I held back. He will survive with treatment.
お前、何勝手に仕切ってんだよ。手加減しろなんて誰が言った？たく、サーバントのくせに、ご主人様に意見なんかしてんじゃない。
Who put you in charge? Nobody told you to go easy on him. Sheesh, you're just a servant. It's not your place to tell your master what you think. Blood flows from the wound. No matter how I try, I can't breathe. My throat just rattles and wheezes. Then you have no intention of saving this young man.
ないさ。だいたい僕は治療魔術なんて使えない。そいつはもう死ぬだけなんだから。いい加減楽にしてやれよ、ライダー。
Nope. Besides, I don't know any healing magecraft. Guy's good as dead. Just put him out of his misery, Rider.
了解しました。私の結界で蝕むのではなく、直接喉を潤すとしましょう。
Understood. My bounded field will not have him, then. He will quench my thirst himself. I hear the heavy sound of chains approaching. Something lifts me up. She gazes towards my bloody neck. The dark servant slowly parts her lips and sinks her teeth into my neck, as if kissing it. My blood. She's sucking my blood. Rider is drinking all the blood I have left, down to the very last drop. I begin to lose consciousness. Blood sucking is almost like euthanasia. I feel no pain, and as if slowly dissolving in the spider's venom eye. Dead end. Woo! Okay. Tiger Dojo. Tak jdeme na zpátek, říkám, kurva. Okay, this isn't going to be a battle. Huh. I retreat immediately. This isn't a good time to fight. I need to regroup and make Shinji stop the bounded field. Gah! I'm not sure what happened, but I retreat desperately. Ha! Ha! Fear makes everything in front of me appear completely white. I don't even know what I'm so terrified of. Without thinking, I throw an arm out to cover my neck. Zzz. Something sharp buries itself in my arm. The dull sound of scraping bone tells me the next attack will end me. I run. I can't afford to look back. I just cover my vital spots with my hands as best as I can in my frantic retreat. Yeah. Creak. The sharp edge slowly slaws through my body with a horrible jarring sound. A spray of my own blood blots out of my vision. Meanwhile, Ryder is rushing toward me so quickly that I can't even see her. Damn, tire hot. With each cut, I hear sounds I can't even recognize coming from my own mouth. But I continue my desperate retreat, somehow surviving the dozens of fatal blows striking at me. I don't know what I'm doing. Ryder's dagger is buried in my arm. My clothes are tattered and torn, and my flesh is brutally shredded. But I'm still able to shield myself with my own body, blocking the attacks aimed at my neck and head. This isn't a conscious thing at all anymore. Pure instinct drives my reactions as I desperately try to survive Ryder's attacks. My breathing is labored. I'm only running away, rushed along by the imminent death looming over me. Eventually, whatever strength I have left will fade, and she'll catch up to me. Then I'm dead. Grr! That's what Saber had been trying to tell me. Don't fight against a servant. Fight wouldn't even be the right word for it. She told me again and again. So why the hell am I in this position now? All I want to do is catch Shinji as fast as possible and make him shut off this goddamn bound field. So what the hell am I doing? What are you doing, Ryder? That's enough. Just end this already. He can't do anything anyway. Shinji is elated, his voice triumphant. Ryder nods and swings her dagger up in a wide arc. She's striking at my head. I can't dodge. All I can really do is try to prevent her from hitting anything vital. The dagger stabs into my shoulder, right below the collarbone. I hear a high-pitched metallic sound, then the click of a tongue. Eh? What? The end of Ryder's dagger is starting to disintegrate. This is a surprise. I cannot kill you with my blade. Ryder stops. In that instant, I frantically try to come up with a way to leverage this sudden opportunity. Then gravity shall kill you. Something strikes me with all the force of a sledgehammer, and I go flying out the window. Gah! It had only been a kick to the stomach, but I go flying, shattering the window. We're on the 3rd floor. Left alone, I'll die of blood loss anyway, so a fall from this height will be enough to finish me off. I mean, An ordinary human would be dead on the spot from a blow strong enough to send them flying like this anyway. Ugh. I reach out. Maybe I'm not falling yet, or maybe I'm just hallucinating right before I die. But my body is still suspended in midair. Huh? How? I reach out, desperately grasping for something. Anything. The sky is crimson. The school is pulsating like a creature's stomach. And am I just going to die? Let something like this happen. Let this happen? Am I going to let myself die without saving so much as a single person? I can't. I grit my teeth furiously. I can't win. This is not even a battle. I knew that going in, but I still screwed it up. There's no more pain. All I feel is my sheer rage making my insides unravel. I thought I could do it alone. This is what I get for saying I won't let Saber fight. I was an idiot. I can't save anyone on my own. If I really wanted to end this war, there was one thing I should have done right from the start. He asked me whether I was really not going to fight, not kill. And not let him... whether I was really not going to fight, not kill, and not let anyone kill. If I realize my mistake, I should first decide what to fix, then decide what to punish. And then, I see it, there on my arm, still reaching up as if to touch the heavens. My command spells, waiting for an order. Jo, tady máme další smrt, to bylo hodně rychlý. OK, no tak asi... I can't waste my command spells. No, I can't use a command spell here. I hesitate for a second. My command spells, especially for an untrained master like me, are too important. I can only use them 3 times. Almost the instant I realized I can't just use a command spell so casually. Huh? I fall on my back. I slam into the ground after being kicked from the 3rd floor. Calling it fatal? Well, it's likely fatal. I managed to avoid falling over my head, but I wouldn't be surprised if I had just broken every bone in my body. Why? Blood seeps from me. It's coming from my chest. My back seems fine. It looks like I survived the impact of the fall, so why? What is that thing? Sticking out of my chest as I lay looking up at the sky. My chest is opened up. What looks like several swords protrude from my chest, together forming the shape of a flower in full bloom. It's as if someone shoved a bomb in my chest, and it went off the moment I hit the ground. Saber. I can't explain it. I don't understand what happened to my chest. So many blades stick out of me, like my entire ribcage burst through my body. I watch blankly as my body slowly dissolves. I need to hurry to stop it. I can't move. The miracle that healed me from Berserker's attacks doesn't seem to be working with so many swords piercing me. My thoughts begin to fall to pieces. Even if I were to try using a command spell, I don't even know what's happening anymore. I draw in one more huge breath. The air burns. I cough up blood. My heart stops. Woo! Další smrt. Dead end. Nice. Máme tady hodně dojo. OK. Teď to nám dá bodík. Holy shit, žijeme ve skvělý ekonomii. Okay. I need Saber to come save me. To mi dalo bod? To mi nedalo bod? OK. Takže ta třetí možnost nám dá bodík. Kurva, to je moc naspátek. I'll summon Saber. Yes, okay, nice. Please come. I murmur those words like a prayer. My life doesn't matter anymore, but to put a stop to this savage brutality. No. Come, Saber! I muster up all my strength and call for my blade. While my command spell strokes disappears, at that very moment, the space around me begins to waver. So this is magic. Saber, clad in her silver armor, bursts through the ripples in space and time to appear before me. My back slams into the ground. I stop breathing. The force of impact jars every bone and organ in my body. Several ribs crack or probably break outright. And yet, my body is intact. My bloody arms are still attached. Shiro! Saber runs to me. Forcing my numb limbs to move, I push to my feet to show her that I'm alright. There's no time to explain. You understand what's happening, right, Saber? Please, wait, Shiro. I don't understand. But first, your body must take care of Ryder. Only you can beat her. I cannot. Treating you is my first priority. You will not survive these wounds. No, there's something else that needs doing first. We need to beat Shinji and Ryder as quickly as possible. Nothing is more important. But if I do that, Saber is focused only on me. I'll be lying if I said I was happy about that. But there's no time to argue. If Saber doesn't want to listen, I just need to use my command spell, my second command spell. Nah. She must have understood my resolve. Saber reluctantly accepts my decision. Okay, jedem hodinu, nice. Understood, Master. Your orders. Defeat Ryder. I'll handle Shinji. Saber does not hesitate. She nods and, without another word, turns towards the school building like a whirlwind. I run up the stairs. Ryder and Shinji are on the third floor. I can tell Shinji is still on the third floor because of the way my command spells are reacting. The moment I set foot on the third floor, sparks fly. Is that Ryder? I couldn't see, but Saber must have parried Ryder's attempt at a sneak attack from above. Shiro, I will defeat Ryder. Please, take care of Ryder's master. She doesn't need to tell me. Saber can't possibly lose to Ryder. She won't. I'm absolutely sure after what little I was able to learn of Ryder's abilities during my brief fight with her. Saber's abilities vastly exceed Ryder's. I'm leaving her up to you, but try not to get too far. But try not to go too far. It'll be over soon once I stop Shinji. I run right past Saber. That same instant, Ryder flings a dagger at me with murderous intent, but Saber rushes in to deflect the attack. I run down the hallway. Ahead, I see a bewildered Shinji. Guess I'll be at a disadvantage if I go at him empty-handed. I need a weapon. It should be long, like the mob leaning against the locker there. Trace, on! I pass magical energy through my body as I run. Maybe I'm not distracted, or maybe I just can't afford to think of anything else. I manage to strengthen the blasting mob as effortlessly as breathing. The shadows begin forming again. I'm badly injured, but I don't feel the least bit sluggish. More than that, I have a weapon now. That means I don't even need to dodge. I use the mob to smack aside each shadow as it flies towards me. The mob breaks, but I expected as much from something done so hastily. Besides, I don't need it anymore. I'm so close. Shinji! I lash out with a furious punch. The impact jars my arm, which is still practically cut to ribbons so painfully that I nearly pass out. I punch Shinji in the stomach, and then grab him and shove him against the wall. Yeah. Shinji tries to shove my hand away. Without missing a beat, I kick his grasping arm. I can't even control myself right now. I slam the arm I kicked into the wall and break it. I don't even hear Shinji's screams. This is bad. If I don't focus, it might be me who faints. I should hurry while I can still move. I grab Shinji's hair and smash him against the wall. Scream later. Release the bounded field, Shinji. The hell I will. Who are you to tell me? I grab Shinji by the throat with the arm I can still control. Blood pours from my arm. It seeps through my clothes and it drips onto Shinji's body, staining him. If you won't shut it off the bounded field, then I just have to kill you. I don't care which it is, so pick one, now. I squeeze. It must be all the magical energy coursing through my body. I could snap his neck like a twig. You're bluffing. You couldn't do something like that. Besides, I haven't killed anyone yet. I was just borrowing a little bit of life from everyone. Okay then. Bye, Shinji. I squeeze harder. There's no hesitation. Maybe a little sympathy. I feel bad that as a fellow mage, Shinji was never taught the rules of being a mage, and so didn't have any trouble, and any problem killing innocents. Wait, hold up. You beat me, Emiya. I'll stop the bounded field. I promise. I loosen my grip around his throat. Damn, you're crazy strong. Hey, Ryder, stop your blood fort. Your master's life is in danger. There's no response from Ryder, but hearing Shinji, Saber takes a step back from Ryder. Ryder lowers her dagger. I see her mouth move. Ty pičo, to mě... Fuh. This is what you want, right? I hear this bounded field is special, since it's hard to reconstruct another one in the same place. So there won't be another bounded field here again. Now take your damn hands off of me. That's not how this works. I won, so you do what I say. Shinji, get rid of your command spells, then we'll never have to fight again. Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. If I get rid of my command spells, I won't be able to control Ryder. If that happens, You won't be a master anymore. Then you go to the church in Shinto. I hear they protect masters who drop out of the war. Or is it something else? Were you lying when you said you made a bounded field to protect yourself? I didn't say that. I just thought if I became a master and controlled a servant. He thought he could be a mage, but what's the point of becoming one? It's over, Shinji. If you're not going to get rid of your command spells, I'll just have to cut them out. Eh? Cut them out? Shinji tilts his head in genuine wonderment. This isn't an act. Shinji really doesn't know what I'm talking about. Well, you see. Shiro, get back! I hear Saber shout. Maybe it's all the training at the dojo, but my body reacts to Saber's words before my brain processes them. I let go of Shinji and jump back. At that moment, Raider's dagger swings through the spot I had been standing in, a heartbeat before. Raider! Step back, Master. We are retreating. Shiro, please step back. Raider intends to unleash all the magical energy she used to maintain the bounded field. What? Unleash the magical energy? I look towards Raider. She does seem odd. The way she just appeared here when she had been confronting Saber a second ago. The cold air emanating from her. Everything about her is suddenly far more intimidating than she has ever been. Raider, what the hell are you thinking? You can't even beat Emiya's servant. So why are you taking the reins? Correct. I am no match for Saber. However, please be assured, my noble phantasm is greater than any of the other servants. No matter the opponent, they cannot match my agility. Raider raises a dagger. What? Everyone gasps in surprise. For some reason, Raider presses a dagger into her neck and slashes her own throat. Red sprays everywhere. Blood gushes from the black-clad Raider's pale neck. What are you? Shinji is just as surprised as the rest of us. No matter how extraordinary servants might be, a slashed throat is fatal. Raider will bleed out and disappear on her own. The splattered blood stops midair and slowly forms into a circle. A magic circle, drawn in blood. It's a pattern I've never seen before. The design resembles a creature, an ominous creature. Riders created a giant lump of magical energy. The bounded field from earlier seems like child's play compared to this magic circle. Whoa! I'm being pushed back! This must be a truly massive amount of magical energy. I'm being pushed back as if by a strong wind. Shiro, get away! Raider intends to use a noble phantasm. If you don't move, you'll be caught in it. Saber grabs me and jerks me back. She faces down Raider and her magic circle as she protects me. Do you intend to run, Raider? If you are going to drag your master into this, I need only to defeat you here. I will not allow you to use your noble phantasm. Of course not. A servant's duty is to protect her master. I'm just taking master and running. If you don't like that, come after us, Saber. If that is, you still have the will to fight after seeing this. A throbbing sound pulses through the school. With the sound of rending flesh, Ryder's hair billows around her. Ah! Shiro, get down! Saber tugs my hand and drags me to the ground. There's a roar and then the flash. I close my eyes against the raging wind, but even with my eyes closed, I still feel its intensity. Something white streaks by. A huge bolt of light shoots down the hallway at tremendous speed. All I see before me is dreadful destruction. Shinji and Ryder are gone. The bolt of light wasn't after us. It was probably a means of escape. My wound hurts. My wounds hurt. I feel a hammering in my head again. The heat flowing through my body quickly fades. Shiro! I don't hear Saber's question. My vision goes blank white. I am having that dream. Maybe this is what death looks like to me. The closer I get to death, the more I keep seeing these images I don't want to see. I see motionless bodies, crumbling and disappearing. That moment when everyone desperately sought help, but none came. That was painful. It was so horrible, it hurts even to live. And I thought maybe just disappearing would put me out of my misery. Dazed, I reached my hand out, but not because I wanted help. I just thought the sky was so far away. That was my final thought, I think. And then I lost consciousness, and my outstretched hand fell to the ground. Or rather, it should have. A large hand grasps the smaller one as it falls. He rushed into the fire to save somebody and found me. I remember that face. I remember the tears pooling in his eyes, how overjoyed he was to have found a living human being. He looked so happy. It seemed almost like he was the one being saved, not me. And then, he actually looked envious of me, who was on the brink of death. He even looked grateful for something as he rescued the strange child. It was a turning point in my life. The weakness I showed in accepting death became a strength, a desire to live. My mind, which had practically gone blank, was filled with the joy of being saved in that moment. I tried moving my fingers with what strength I had left, so as not to let go of the man's hand, and then I finally passed out. The next thing I knew, I was in the hospital, and the man who saved me had come to visit. That was 10 years ago. From then on, all I ever did was follow in Kiritsugu's footsteps. The only thing I could think of was being like him. It's not because he saved me. I couldn't shake off the image of his face back then, and I tried to become the same thing. I've been trying for that ever since. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I dreamed I wouldn't notice. That's right. That I would one day. I held to the hope, the dream that one day I too would be saved if I could smile like Kiritsugu did back then. New weapon data added. When I open my eyes, I'm in my living room. The ticking of the clock is awfully loud. It looks like I've been sleeping on the floor, and when I raise my arms, I notice the bandages wrapped tightly around both of them. It's dark out. I sit up. According to the clock, it's 10 at night.
外暗いなじゃないわよこの恩知らず。目が覚めたらまず言うべきことがあるんじゃない？
Don't just say it's dark out, like nothing happened, you ingrate. Can't you think of something better to say the moment you wake up? Tasaka, you're here.
いたのかじゃないわよ。
No, that's not it either.
あんたの真横でずっと看病してやってたのに、随分な態度じゃない。
Is that the attitude you should be taking when I've been at your side, nursing you this whole time? I didn't know that. That's ungrateful of me. Sorry, my brain's a little wonky. I can't really think straight, but thanks. Guess I owe you one. Again.
まあ、別に大したことじゃないからいいけど。シロもあれだけの怪我だったんだから、意識が朦朧としてるのも当然だしさ。
Well, it was nothing. You were in pretty bad shape, so I don't blame you for still being a little hazy.
で、痛いところはないの？とりあえず外傷は塞がってるけど、中身まではわからないから。異常があるんなら手当てしないとまずいでしょ。
So, does anything hurt? I think all your external injuries have healed up, but I don't know about anything internal. If there's anything wrong still, we need to treat it. No, I just feel dull. Nothing's hurting. It's just that I feel like I'm floating. I don't know how I ended up here. I don't remember what I did today. Oh, right. Tosaka, how's the school? What happened to me after that?
大丈夫。みんなのことは安心なさい。学校にはキレイがフォローに行ったから。
It's okay. Don't worry about the others. Kirei went to follow up at the school.
廊下の補修とか事後処理はあいつがするから考えなくていいわ。あれでも新職なんだし、これぐらいさせなきゃ罰が当たるでしょ。
He'll handle all the repairs for the hallway and everything else, so you don't have to worry about any of that. He's a priest, so he should do that much or risk the wrath of God. He's doing that? So that means the school's...
大事にはなってないわ。病院に運び込まれた生徒は多いけど、命に別状はないみたい。みんな栄養失調ってことで、2、3日病院で休む程度だって。
It didn't become a major crisis. A lot of students were taken to the hospital, but none of their conditions seemed to be life-threatening. They're being treated for malnutrition, and most will only have to spend 2 or 3 days at the hospital. Okay, that's a relief. Dissolving the bounded field took longer than expected, but I wasn't too late. The instant I relaxed, every last bit of strength floods out of me. I breathe out deeply and I lean back against the wall. Does that mean Kotomine healed me too? I don't think even you would be able to heal so many wounds.
何言ってるのよ。それはあんたが勝手に直したの。
What are you talking about? You healed them yourself.
バーサーカーの時と一緒。とりあえず傷を塞ぐだけなら超がつくほどの回復力だけど、あなたの方には覚えはないのよね。
It was the same thing. It was the same as the thing with Berserker. The way you heal your wounds is nearly miraculous. You really don't remember? No, I don't know why myself. That was normal until I formed a contract with Saber.
もしかして自分が知らないだけで祖先がトカゲだったとかない？
Is that so? Maybe you're just descended from lizards or something. How can you say something like that with a straight face? This is weird for me too, you know. It's like my body isn't my own.
いいんじゃない？何はどうあれ、それで何度も命を長らえてるんだから。
I think it's fine. Whatever the cause, your condition is why you survived.
もう2回も助けられたことだし、トカゲになるぐらいは妥協できる交換条件だと思うけど。
It's twice now. Turning into a lizard would be a fair compromise at this point. Are you enjoying teasing the critically injured guy, Tosaka?
さっきまで重病人だった人。
You were critically injured.
ま、ともかくセーバーに感謝しなさいよね。理屈はわからないけど、シローの体がそうなったのはセーバーのおかげなんだし。
Well, anyway, you should thank Saber too. I'm not sure how or why, but it's all thanks to Saber that you're like this. Oh, my brain finally starts working. There's something I need to do. I needed her. I called her, so she came and she saved me. I need to tell her something right away. I stand up too quickly. Pain shoots through my body as I move, but I can't let that stop me. Tosaka, where's Saber?
道場にいるわ。 私は部屋に荷物取りに行ってくるわね。
She's in the dojo. I'm going to get something from my room. Osaka heads over to the outbuilding. Ouch. My joints creak with pain. I grit my teeth and try to endure it as I head toward the dojo. I reach the dojo. Saber is sitting in Seiza style as if she's meditating.
シロ、目が覚めたのですか？
Shiro, you've woken. Saber notices me coming in and hurries to her feet, then rushes over to me. Sorry for worrying you. I only just came to... Saber.
すまないではありません。あなたには言いたいことが山ほどある。私を置いて敵の誘いに乗ったこと、一人で戦おうとしたこと、自身の体を気遣おうともしなかったこと。
Do not dare sorry me now. There are many things I must say to you. You accepted an invitation from the enemy and left me. You tried to fight on your own, and you did not spare an ounce of consideration for your body.
分かっているのですか？そのどれもが死に直結する愚行です。いや、実際あなたは死にかけていた。こうして私を追い詰めて何が楽しいのです。
Do you understand that any one of those foolish decisions could have been fatal? You very nearly did die. You enjoy tormenting me like this. No,
何ですか？生半可な弁明では引き下がりません。
What is it? I will not be moved by any facile excuses you might attempt to make for yourself.
今日という今日は、とことんあなたの考えを聞かせていただきますから。
Today is the day I will hear precisely what is on that mind of yours. Saber comes at me with all the rage and force of a hurricane. She's so intense, I'm not sure how to explain it, but I'm kind of enjoying Saber being so emotional. I know. Let me explain myself. Let's talk, Saber. As you can see, I've healed.
シロ、持ち直したのですか？
Shiro? Are you alright? Yeah, looks like it. I'm alive for now.
そうですか。それはよかった。
I see. That is a relief. Where'd that angry look from a few seconds ago go? Saber heaves a relieved sigh and smiles softly as if celebrating my recovery. It helps me understand that even Saber, stoic as she always is acting like this because of how much I worried her. I wasn't relying on Saber, but she still accepted me as someone to fight alongside. How stupid of me. I hadn't realized the extent to which she trusted me, and I couldn't extend the most basic trust of just letting her fight. Saber, I speak up more comfortably now. I'm finally able to look her in the eye, and it feels natural.
はい。何ですか、シロ？
Yes? What is it, Shiro? Sorry, I was an idiot. I bow my head.
シロ、やめてください。先ほどのは言葉のあやです。怒っていたのは確かですが、あなたに謝ってもらう必要は。
What? Please lift your head, Shiro. I was only employing a figure of speech earlier. Yes, I was angry, but there is no call for you to apologize. Of course I do. I'm your partner, and I owe you an apology. I'm sorry I've worried you. As long as I'm with you, I'll never fight alone.
シロ、それは。
Shiro, are you... Yeah, Saber. Please, lend me your strength. I can't beat the other masters on my own. I need your help.
それでは、今までの行動が間違いだったと認めるのですね。シロはマスターとして後方支援に徹し、戦うのは私の役割だと。
Are you admitting that you were mistaken earlier? Are you accepting that, as a master, you will devote yourself to a supporter role, and will leave the fighting to me from now on? Well, I still don't want to see Saber hurt. That's why I forbid her from fighting. And that's where I was wrong. Ever since I decided to fight with her, I should have just put everything I had into helping her. No, I don't think I was mistaken. If you're going to protect me, I'm going to protect you. I can't let you fight alone. Saber doesn't answer. The mood in the dojo turns frosty. I just can't let this go. I lift my head, thinking I'll just have to beg until she accepts my determination, but then...
その固くなさは実にあなたらしい。
You are too stubborn to change, aren't you? Saber?
まったく今さら答えるまでもないでしょう。
There is no need to respond, is there?
私はあなたの剣です。私以外の誰があなたの力になるのですか、シロ。
I am your blade. Who but I can be the one to help you, Shiro? Saber extends her left hand. I can't think of anything sensible to say, so I shake her hand. Our handshake forms something almost tangible. It's been a few days since we first met, but it feels like we finally formed a real contract.
何握手なんてしてるの、二人とも。
What's going on? Why are you two shaking hands? Hey, why would she show up now, of all times? Saber and I quickly let go of each other's hands.
なんか怪しいわね。まさか私に内緒で作戦会議をしてたとか？
Ah, something's fishy. You two weren't hatching some kind of scheme without me, were you?
いえ、そういうわけではないのです。そのマスターの体が健康かどうか脈を測っていただけですので。
No, absolutely not. I was, making sure Master is in good health before checking his pulse. I'm dumbfounded. Saber just told a bold-faced lie. But why would Saber panic about this too?
へえ、変わった脈の取り方をするのね。
Yeah, you've got a weird way of checking someone's pulse. Tosaka regards Saber curiously. In response, Saber starts acting even more suspiciously, probably because she's not used to lying. I need to help her, or this will get even more awkward. Hey, what do you want, Tosaka? Didn't you say you were getting something from your room?
それそれ。はい、セーバー、これ。
Oh yeah, here, Saber.
ありがとう。リンには迷惑をかける。
Thank you. I thank you for your trouble, Lin. Tosaka hands Saber a bag. Saber looks surprisingly happy as she takes the bag.
それが最後だから気をつけなさいよね。いくら強制召喚だからって力ずくで武装したら服なんて消し飛ぶんだから。
That's the last of it, so be careful. Forced summoning or not, changing into your armor will shred your clothes to bits.
申し訳ありません。突然のことだったので、そこまで考えが回らなかったのです。それでも、リンが同じ服を持っていてくれて助かりました。
I am sorry. It was so sudden that I did not think ahead. I appreciate you bringing me more of the same clothing.
まあね、単純なデザインだし、制服みたいなものだし。
Yeah, it's a simple design, so it's like a uniform.
綺麗なやつ。地味な服ばっかり私に押し付けるんだもの。ま、私には似合わない服だからいいけどさ。なんだってその服にこだわるのよ、セイバー。
Kirei keeps forcing such plain clothes on me. But did I mind, since the outfit doesn't look very good on me. But why are you so fixated on this outfit, Saber?
ええ、白が似合うと言いましたから。
Well, Shiro mentioned that it looked good on me. I'm not following all of this, but it seems that that's Saber's third set of clothes. I don't have any woman's clothing around the house, so Saber's been borrowing clothes from Tosaka. But yeah, I would really appreciate it if they had their girl talk when I'm not around. I am a guy. It had been such a nice conversation up until now too, but I don't really know what to do with myself when they go to talking about stuff like this. So not much happened afterward, and both Tosaka and Saber forced me to go sleep in my room. I may have regained my consciousness, but I'm still severely injured. Ryder sliced my arm so bad that under normal circumstances I would have had to worry about whether I would have had to worry about whether I would ever be able to use them again. Plus, I fell 3 stories, so I'm all broken and bruised. There's plenty I should be thinking about, but the two have agreed that the best thing for me to do right now is sleep, so I can heal. but I let Shinji get away, and I'll need to settle things with him as quickly as possible. He didn't hesitate to activate the bounded field. Even I know how dangerous it would be to let a master like that roam free. Damn, this isn't the time for me to sleep. To be sleeping. Things go blank like a disease spell sweeping over me. The only thing that feels normal is my head. As soon as I lie down, my half-healed body just forces me off to sleep. Tomorrow, when tomorrow comes. I don't have time to rest like this. Even if my body isn't fully healed, I need to find Shinji. OK, tady bych to ukončil. 9. únor, den 10. Holy shit. Už jsme, no víc jak za půlkou. Už se tam dostáváme. Doufám. Jo, já. No bude fight se Shinjim. No jo, ještě máme docela dost dní před sebou. OK. Takže. Back to title. Doufám, že ten videofile nebude moc velký. Počítal jsem, měl by to mít. No, neměl by to mít tolik. OK, doufám, že se všechno v pohodě streamovalo. Tak, hodina 40, já jsem... Ty dny fakt trvají hodinu 40. Převážně. OK. Doufám, že jste si užili dnešní video, ne stream, protože je srát na můj šitý internet. Doufám, že si dnešní video užijete a doufám, že se uvidíme snad zítra. Uvidíme. A do té doby, nashledanou.